India demolishing South Africa by 243 runs. South Africa didn't have a clue as to what was happening on the night. Joining me right now, Sabah Karim, Rakesh Rao and Gursharan Singh. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. We were talking about this team, South Africa. We have been hyping this team for a long time, and rightly so, because of the kind of performances that they have put up in the World Cup. But Sabah Karim, South Africa didn't even put up a fight today.
I told you that in the mid-game show, Osama. With this kind of form, India is steamrolling the opposition. And it is more than clear that they have driven fear into the minds of the opposition.
Yeah.
So before they step onto the ground, they've already lost the game. And as I said, in trying circumstances on a difficult track, once India posted a score of 326, from there a team like South Africa to come back and score those runs was near to impossible. And I think that's what transpired in the end. Started off with Mohammad Siraj, complemented so well by Mohammad Shami and Ravindra Jadeja. And it is more than apparent that the gulf between India and the rest of the team is widening. And I think what is also clear is that India seems to have a cloak of invincibility around them, and none of the other teams are able to kind of break into that. And I think that's been the most refreshing part of India's approach in this World Cup so far.
Rakesh Ram, Sabah Karim very rightly mentioned about the psychological edge that India has at this point. Do you agree with his assessment? Because none of the teams, however good they are playing in the tournament, the moment they come up against India, they just seem to lose their way.
Yeah, so far you are absolutely right, because none of these have actually posed any kind of threat to India. And, what I've been seeing is that whether India is batting first, bowling first, the kind of domination which you are seeing, which is amazing. I mean, sometimes you see 8 wickets being taken by our, fast bowlers, 7 to 8 wickets. This time you have 7 wickets going to the spinners. I mean, how do you deal with this kind of an attack? Now, It is, of course, we have been talking about our bowlers, our fast bowlers, but also at the same time, India is hitting the opposition where it hurts, in the sense that it is giving a kind of a message, call it a warning, to all the teams. Like, look, this is the level that we are. We are actually performing here. If you can match us, come and face us. But every time, even just imagine the best performing team after India gets smashed by 243 runs. Yeah. Can you imagine the difference? I mean, we all know that the difference between the teams are not as much as India is making it to be. It is just that on that day, Indians are coming up with stuff which the opposition is finding too hot to handle. Be it bowling, batting, fielding, and of course, wicket keeping. That is one aspect which I would like to say, that the kind of stuff that you say, it is quite amazing. And Rahul is bringing a lot of value from there, because after being dubbed as a reluctant wicket keeper, just look at the kind of work which is doing behind the stumps. Absolutely. I mean, things and areas where we never thought that Indians were going to make a point, Indians are doing just that.
Absolutely. Sabah, I basically want to get your opinion on what Rakesh Rao mentioned. Is this too good to be true? How do you assess this? When you look at the Indian team and the kind of performances that they have been putting up, it just feels unreal, because we haven't seen this kind of dominance and this kind of consistency in previously and with any of the other teams that in the last 10 years. So is this really good, so good to be true? I mean, what is happening here?
I really hope, Osama, that it continues. But yes, you are right. It seems unreal as of now. But, we also tend to forget the kind of preparation this Indian side has done for the past couple of years. At times, India has been plagued by injury. So all those bilateral engagements that India has played before the World Cup, several of our main players have not been part of those teams. Some of them have been given the right kind of break, because Indian selectors and the team management wanted something like this to happen. So everything, thankfully for India, is coming good at the right time. So India is peaking at the right time, and it has come to a stage where the other teams have not been able to ask any questions. Also, leave aside seeking answers from the Indian side. So India is dominating to that extent, and I think all this has happened because India's preparation has been immaculate.
Yeah.
And I think before this in the Asia Cup, India I think gave enough warning to the rest of the world and that hey, watch out, we are a very strong side, and now you're coming to our shores. We will show you what we are capable of, and I think that's what India is doing. And I think one should also not forget there are a number of performances which may not have resulted in proper stats. For instance, Jasprit Bumrah.
Yeah.
He has not been he has not bagged so many wickets, but his impact has been exceedingly important. Those lovely cameos which Captain Rohit Sharma has played, or Shubman Gill has done. So there are so many combination of factors that has helped India to come to this stage. I mean, Rakesh is right when he talks about KL Rahul's impact as a wicketkeeper.
Yeah.
His contribution behind the stumps has been immaculate. His glove work against spinners, against pace bowlers, and pace bowlers to the quality of Bumrah, Mohammad Siraj, and Mohammad Shami were able to get some movement off the surface. The ball has moved at times late, but he's been able to cover all that line, and that is why I think overall India's fielding looks so impeccable at this stage. So I think things are looking very good, but India is very well aware that the bigger test comes when India plays a knockout encounter.
Yeah, absolutely. Gursharan Singh, Sabah Karim mentioned that India are peaking at the right time. If they're peaking and this is the kind of form that they have against all the other teams, imagine what is going to happen if they really, really come to the party. I mean, that is just going to be dangerous.
I think the way India is playing, I think India should bat once and the other team should bat twice. I think then also it won't be the way we are bowling, the way we are batting also we are chasing targets very easily, except for the first match.
Well, you're asking a little too much from the team then.
Except the first match against Australia, we have dominated. We dominated throughout. And what Sabah rightly said, it is the main thing is the preparation. Like we played against Australia, and great credit to the selector, the way they back players like Kuldeep Yadav, KL Rahul, and they bring Jasprit Bumrah at the right time. He was injured initially. They did not select him very early. They got him at the right time, and that is also making a huge difference to our bowling lineup. And then Rohit Sharma, the way he is batting, he is leading from the front. The way, today also in 10 overs, 90 runs. And after that, the other batsmen, they should play normally. And that's why we got 300 runs. Plus to the sports staff also of the Indian team, their bowling coaches, batting coaches, fielding coaches, and the head coach Rahul Dravid. They are doing an exceptional job. They have created a very good culture and very good atmosphere in the team. And like Mohammad Siraj, he was not getting wickets. And for the last two matches, he has also come into form. And in this match, fast bowlers took 3 wickets and 7 wickets were taken by the spinners, 7 or 8. That means this is a complete team, very well balanced. And I hope and touch wood that it should continue and we should win the final, which I am very confident that we should be able to do it. After the today's performance, because South Africa, they're not that bad a team. What Rakesh rightly said, there's not a huge difference between India and South Africa. But today, in these conditions, plus on this wicket, it was a turning wicket and scoring 326, outstanding. And King Kohli, what a knock he played.
Yeah, and you rightly pointed out the fact that Rohit Sharma, he persisted with the likes of Mohammad Siraj and Shreyas Iyer. Sabah bhai, how important was that from the team management and the captain himself to go keep persisting with the two players who haven't really come to the party earlier, but then you know the kind of quality that they bring to the table?
Yes, Osama, that is why it is not an easy task to build a side. To build a side, you need to develop that trust in your players and to offer them that kind of security. And I think that is what Rohit Sharma and the team management has done. They have not been swayed by at times clamor from former cricketers, at times from the media that KL Rahul should be removed, we should get somebody else, or Shreyas Iyer is not up to the job, or Mohammad Siraj should be removed. So I think both Rohit Sharma and Rahul Dravid have desisted from taking such quick decisions.
Yeah.
And I think that provides a lot of faith and trust in your players. So you look at the way Rohit Sharma has backed KL Rahul, the way Rohit Sharma has backed Mohammad Siraj, Shreyas Iyer, all these cricketers who were injured. He waited for them to get fit, waited for them to become match fit, and then he has included them in the side. So I think all this bodes well for India, and it goes to show that the team management, the selectors, and especially the captain has immense faith in the 15 whom they have chosen. And we have talked about this also, Osama, that this is Rohit Sharma's team. He knows the kind of players he has, and he expects certain performances from the players. And so far, none of the players have failed Rohit Sharma or the Indian side.
Yeah, it couldn't have been any more comprehensive. And what it does, this win does, is confirms India's place at the top of the points table. Rakesh Rao, how crucial is that? India finishing top of the points table, going into the knockouts. How important is this for the team?
Osama, see, the biggest advantage that India will have is no matter which team comes to the fore, India has already beaten it once in the competition.
Yeah.
That's a huge psychological advantage. You've beaten all the other qualifying teams for sure. Okay, so that is an edge. Plus the way you have smashed all the opposition to smithereens. I mean, you haven't left anything for anybody to even suspect. Your potential. Nobody is saying that, okay, this is one way to stop the Indians. Now, that's the kind of statement you make. It is not just about getting those two valuable points from every game. You are the host. You are here to win it. And the way you have approached it, that is impressive. So it was important for India to top the group. It was like, you just go and play the Asia Cup. It was not enough for us to just go and beat Pakistan in Asia Cup.
Yeah.
You had to go and win the Asia Cup. Yeah. So the way we won the Asia Cup, I think that was a clincher in many ways. We are not actually talking about it now. Let the story come to an end, and then, of course, we can just look back and reflect on a lot of other factors.
Yeah.
But yes, right now, taking that form, that confidence into the league, and now we are 8 games down the league and we have won them all. Now you have the weakest team in the competition, weakest in the sense, the lowest ranked team in the competition.
Yeah.
So you can still go and just, without losing your intensity, get ready for the last match. Don't have to, say that, okay, we are going to rest A, B or C. No need for that, because there's a 1 week rest from now. Next Sunday is your next game. Go with undiminished intensity. You are here, you are at the business end. And let's not forget, I just want to add one point here, that a lot of people say that South Africans are chokers. I think a lot of people don't realize that New Zealand, in the last 12 editions of the World Cup, has entered the knockout games as many as, I think, 9 times. They have lost 1 quarterfinal, 6 semi-finals, and the last 2 matches where they were 1 match away, or 1 victory away from winning the cup, which they haven't. So nobody has this kind of a record, including South Africa. So before you call South Africa as chokers, think again.
Well, South African fans are going to take solace from this very statement. Gurcharan Singh, if you are a team that is going to play against India, what is going through your mind now? Because there are you're basically trying to look for any vulnerability that this team can show, and you can capitalize on that. But as of now, there are no weaknesses. What does the opposition do then?
I think it's only there is no flaw in the team. They are playing perfect cricket. India has, they have to, team, they should hope that India have one bad day. Only that thing. Otherwise, the way their preparation, the way they are playing cricket, toss, whether they win the toss or whether they lose, it is not affecting them. And they're playing outstanding cricket. I think it looks very difficult, the opposition team. It looks very difficult that any team can beat India. At the moment, the way they are batting, bowling, and they're planning. They're playing the right combination.
Yeah.
So I think there's no flaws.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We also have to talk about Ravindra Jadeja. What a special player Jadeja is. Sabha how do you rate his performance today with the bat, with the ball? He was just absolutely tremendous. He was extraordinary today, right?
Yes, Osama. First up, with the bat, Ravindra Jadeja on a tough wicket where we saw that a new batter to come in and play the big shot was not so easy. In comes Ravindra Jadeja, and the need of the hour was for someone to play some big shots, and he did that so well and so easily, and in a very conventional manner. So he took on the pace bowlers. He was able to smash them all over the park, and those quick runs, added to South Africa's woes. And then when there was an opportunity for Ravindra Jadeja to bowl, he was right on the money, so accurate, so disciplined, and he's become such an intelligent bowler now. And I think if you notice his bowling action, he has started to deliver more from closer to the stump. Earlier, when he had started his international career, he was kind of wide of the crease from where he would deliver. So the subtle change in his approach and the way he delivers the ball now means that he's making the batter play all the deliveries. And from there, for a ball to turn, makes it impossible for any batter to negotiate. And I think that's what happens on a track like this. This is a slow surface, so you needed a bowler like Jadeja who can be extremely accurate, who can pitch the ball in the right areas, and he was able to do all that quite easily. So this is a brilliant all-round performance from Ravindra Jadeja. And I think he's part of the leadership group now. Yeah. You can see that Jadeja is enjoying his outing these days, and he's really relishing the role of an all-rounder. Without Hardik Pandya, it was so essential for Ravindra Jadeja to step up, and he has done that so well, not only in today's game, but also in a couple of previous matches. So I think, Jadeja's performance, Jadeja's contribution as a fielder, as a batter, as a bowler has been remarkable.
It's interesting that you mentioned his leadership role because when you look at this team, there are multiple leaders in this team who are willing to stand up and say, "Look, this is my day, and I'm going to carry that flag, and I'm going to go into battle, and I'm going to lead you." So, irrespective whether it is Rohit Sharma or whether it is Virat Kohli or whether it is Jasprit Bumrah, everyone in this team looks like a leader, and you rightly pointed that out. I also want to talk about Jadeja's delivery to Bavuma. He, in fact, Rakesh Rao, he got the revenge on behalf of Shubman with that delivery. How special was that?
See, it looks like as though the batsman has been fooled in the sense that he's playing for a turn which isn't there. Because if you compare it to the way Keshav, foxed Gill, that was a good 8-degree turn. And of course, we know that, on surfaces where the ball is not turning appreciably, somebody like Jadeja can be a huge quantity. I mean, the way he bowls, it is not that he's getting the ball to spin a lot. It skids. Being a finger spinner, his ability to make the ball skid on that surface, and he bowls faster than most of the left arm spinners. So here that 4-degree spin made it happen. Had it turned a little bit more, I'm sure it would have either missed the stump or it would have hit the bat or the pad. So the point is that he just found that much of turn, just that gap, which was enough to hit the stump, to just disturb the bails. So that is what I like about this thing. Both look similar, but of course, Keshav had a much more turn to that ball. This guy doesn't turn the ball as much because he lets the surface do it for him. And he's a great reader of the surface. Yeah. It's not that on every surface you're going to find the same, like Ravindra Jadeja, but where he's getting that little bit of turn, where the ball is coming slowly off the surface, a little bit slow off the pitch, he can be a handful.
One final word from Gursharan Singh. Gursharan Singh, who would you want to face in the semi-finals now? Should it be Pakistan or should it be New Zealand?
I think any team. I
like the confidence. I absolutely love that confidence.
Yeah, because the way we are playing, because if we have to win the World Cup, we should not be looking that whether we are playing New Zealand, Pakistan, any team. I am with India and India. Yeah.
All right, India it is, and India it has been for the last 8 matches that India have played. 8 out of 8, top of the table. What a fantastic day for all the Indian cricket fans. Gentlemen, thank you very much for joining us on the show. We'll take a break right now. We'll be back with more news. Stay with us.